Hey, what's up, y'all? This your boy, Devontae, a.k.a. Tay, Day All Day. Back again with another episode. Trying to come at you guys and let you guys know what's up, what's real, and what's going on. Man. Hey, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Nikos Logic, Nekos Logic. Hey, man. I really want to know, man, what's up with y'all, man? What do you think about people that are superficial, man? These superficial people that be out here all the time. And so, one of my buddies brought up a good point that I thought was a good point that I want to talk about. No real offense, but I'm pretty sure it's hard not to take any offense for some of you people nowadays on how sensitive everything is. But these Spanx, I think they're called. These Spanx, these clothing that women wear under their clothing to hold their extra stuff together. Okay? So my guy thinks that, he thinks that it should be a felony. For how these women be masquerading themselves to perceive themselves as more desirable, especially when they're out in the club or speed dating, whatever it is, whatever event it is that they're out, where it's a possibility that they can get talked to by another, the opposite sex or whatever. It's just you putting on this lie, this automatic superficial body that you are what you're not. And so, yes, and then on top of that, then it becomes that other standard, that double standard, I guess you could say, where women say, "Oh well, guys are so superficial nowadays." How the fuck can you say that guys are superficial? How can you claim somebody else is superficial because they found out who you really were? Now, if you're really looking for somebody that's going to love you for who you are at the time, personally, I would think that you would use, you wouldn't have to use certain things. I'm not saying that some of these things aren't necessary, but I'm thinking that some of these things are being overused, and it is creating this deception for the opposite sex or whoever you're trying to draw in. So a great example here is for women that do that is women that are in the fitness field or that are working out. I totally understand, 100%. I understand women that are they got an extra luggage. You need to hold that in place. It's just like a sports bra. So I totally understand it. If you got some extra jiggling going on and you want to get that held down, of course, by all means, that makes sense why you will wear it. But for these women that are going to the club or going places where they want to get picked up, or they're looking to talk to these guys or dance with these guys, get some extra drinks. I mean, this is all deception. You trying to get you and your girl some drinks because how you are being perceived now. You got this extra confidence boost because you look good because you got everything held in place right now. But what happens when that guy tries to take you out? You lose track of what you were doing. It went from you want to just get some extra drinks and dance with a couple of guys, or just look good in the crowd of friends that you are going out with, to you going out, this guy wants to hit you up and try to talk to you, and then you get down and dirty, and the guy finally see what you really look like, and it becomes a disrespect because the guy's like, "Oh no, that's not, this is not what I thought I was getting into." And I've had some homies that ran into that incident. Like, and then, got girls that are like, oh, you're such a pig, blah, blah, blah. You only want me for my body. Well, shit, you only wanted me for my money. You just wanted me for you thought you couldn't get me the way you looked already, so you had to do something extra. And that is where the real issues come in. It's like, why do women have to do so much to draw in somebody and then later down the road fall for this person, want a relationship, and then the other person's not feeling the same way? Well, that's because you got to be real. You have to be real on the surface. If you want to go out, I understand that not everything's going to look good. But there's so many different kind of clothing lines and so much that you can wear and put on nowadays that it's hard for you not to try to do it because you look good. But at some point in time, you have to explain that, hey, this is, I wear Spanx. If you tell a guy like, hey, I got on Spanx right now, and you at the club and he's buying you drinks and he's like, oh, I don't care. Well, there you go. You let him know already what's going on. So any surprises after this should not be a surprise. Should not be any expectations after this that you have some kind of BBW body and things can go south. No, you were up front. So these guys nowadays, they thinking, it creates commitment issues, it creates insecurities. I know people that wear these Spanx all the time, everywhere they go, anytime they leave the house. Even some that have deep enough issues where they have it on and they have a boyfriend or whatever, and they don't feel comfortable in their body. But they're not doing anything. And the point is that you need to do something to make yourself feel better and have a better mentality. Wearing these clothes is not going to do anything but help you for a temporary span of time feel confident and feel like you're in control. But those insecurities aren't going to do anything but get bigger because of those. It's same thing with guys. Guys buy jewelry or buy these shoes. They buy and they buy and buy. They do these things that try to impress women that end up being going over the edge. And then these women find out that they really broke, or that's not their car, or whatever the issue is, just to try to ball out on you and try to show off. These type of things aren't needed from each other. And we haven't learned that we have to learn how to balance out our good and bad. You can look good and balance it out by showing your peoples that, okay, this is how I like to look, but this is how I really look. And people are so superficial just off of the face. You never know somebody's, personality. You never know. Y'all can be compatible. And that's really the issues right here, is that, yeah, you can make jokes and stuff, but a lot of people make jokes about things that they can't handle in realization. Like, you can make a joke about somebody being fat, but if they make the same joke back, those are fighting words. You know what I'm saying? So you need to only do what you can handle. If you're going to joke about something, make sure you can handle it. And for the most part, make sure that when you are if you're trying to bring in a certain crowd or draw in a certain type of person, make sure that you are giving off the right kind of perception. Because believe it or not, perception is everything. Perception matters big time, because a lot of people are going to judge you at face value. And if you're able to stick around long enough, maybe you will be able to learn more and work your way into their kind and goodness. But first of all, you need to focus on that. Just focus on not judging a book by its cover. not making yourself some superficial person that you are not. Do not be superficial if you're spending money on somebody, or if you are just plain out dressing up and putting on these Spanx when it's unnecessary to give somebody this certain image. Because what happens is they're going to play that same image in their head, and they're going to be convinced that either you got money, or you live in this nice house, or you got that nice car, or you're just super fit. If you may go to the gym, but if that ain't really your body, I don't think you should wear it. That's just my point of view. And I'm not saying never wear it. I'm saying only at certain times, because it's causing you the same problems regardless. You're only running a full circle. You're going to stay in that same insecurity, that same trying to do the same impression. It's going to get you in that same insecurity. There's better ways to impress somebody. You can go and do something that's cheap. Just take somebody on an adventure, a cheap adventure that's cool, chill, relaxed, and they can like you and get to know you on a personal level instead of getting to know how you like to ball out. Or that person can realize and meet you on a small level. You don't have to go to the fancy. You don't have to look all fancy. You don't have to put on all this fake makeup. That's one of my fears, is that I get with a woman that loves putting on makeup. I have nothing against makeup, but if you love putting on makeup, if you all dolled up, and then we go to my house and you always dolled up, and then one morning you go in my bathroom and you clean your face, and then you got all these dark shades under your eyes. You look like you dead, like you haven't slept in 2 days or a week or so, and you look drained, like you're malnutrition. It's gonna bother me. It's gonna definitely change my mood. It's gonna definitely change my appearance of who you are, because now I don't know I just now know how you really look. And that becomes an issue for anybody. People going to think about that. And some people can deal with it. But I'm just not that type of person. And there's a lot of people that are like that, because we judge at face value. So all I want everybody to do that's listening to this podcast is understand, being superficial all the time creates addiction, and also creates more problems for you. But if you do it half the time, or learn when to do it and when not to do it, then people will learn to appreciate you more, respect you more, and overall like or love you more, because now they know your potential and they also know your standard. All right, guys, this is your boy, Tay Day All Day. Once again, thank you guys for listening in. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Nico's Logic. Make sure you go ahead and follow. Make you a Spreaker Studio account real quick. It takes like a minute. Do that for me and follow me, all right? Follow my podcast, because I have more and more podcasts coming soon, and I'm going to have better and better material. I'm about to start having some people come in, and I'm going to start having some guests show up and talk to me from their point of view instead of just hearing from my point of view. And we're going to keep doing this and keep these things rolling. Make sure you comment. Let me know if you want to go ahead and meet up and set up a podcast, because I'm open to everybody's points of views, no matter what it is. Thank you, guys. Peace out.
Always insist that I be paid for my work. And I get the highest fee I can get. And people say, well, you're just out for money. I say, that's none of your business, because I give most of it away.